I got some news about Indiana Jones 5, and let's see what you think about this. What's up, everybody? Today I'm here to talk about Indiana Jones 5. Now, if you don't know, Steven Spielberg along with Harrison Ford are bringing Indy back to the screen. Now, that news gets me really excited because I am a huge Indiana Jones fan. I have always been. I have all the films. Temple of Doom is actually my favorite for one reason only, because of Short Round. I was a kid when I was first introduced to Indy, and just the fact that there was a kid going on an adventure with Indiana Jones made me really excited because it gave me hope. Oh, that means I could go on an adventure with him too. But now as an adult, I still cannot pick favorite because the first original three were the best. You know, Raiders of the Lost Ark is a masterpiece, you know, and so is the third installment of Indiana Jones. Crystal Skull, not so much. Although I did enjoy seeing Harrison Ford back on the role, the story itself was not that compelling. I got an article over here from Collider that they're giving us some exclusive news that Jonathan Kasdan will be joining Steven Spielberg in writing Indiana Jones 5. Now, if you don't know who Jonathan Kasdan is, he is the son of Lawrence Kasdan, and he co-wrote Solo, a Star Wars story, along with his father. And Lawrence Kasdan is the guy that wrote Empire Strikes Back. He wrote The Force Awakens. A very, very experienced writer. However, Jonathan Kasdan has never really written a huge franchise film like this by himself, okay? So I don't know. I'm interested to see on this article if they have more information. I wonder if Kasdan is actually co-writing or if he's actually taking on the whole project, because if that's the case, I might be a little bit worried. Let's say what Collider is saying here. As LucasFilm recalibrates the future of its Star Wars franchise, the company is pressing forward with its other marquee property, as Jonathan Kasdan has signed on to replace David Koepp, don't know how to say the last name, as the writer of Indiana Jones 5. Multiple sources tell Collider. Representative for Kasdan and Disney Lucasfilm had no comments. Producers Frank Marshall did not respond to a request for comment, nor did David or his representative. Steven Spielberg is directing the sequel, which will star Harrison Ford in what will likely be his final turns as a daring archaeologist, according to the media reports that point to Indy's whip being passed down to a younger actor. So obviously the idea of Lucasfilm right now is to carry the franchise forward, right? Indiana Jones has been a massive success, and I think it's mostly to do with the fact that Harrison Ford just absolutely owned that role. And since this movie is about passing the torch, you know, it's most likely to be Harrison Ford's last Indiana Jones. There's also rumor that it might be a female in Indiana Jones, which I'm not sure how to feel about it, because I mean, in my way of seeing, we already have the female Indiana Jones, and that's what the Tomb Raiders films are for, you know, Lara Croft. She is an archaeologist, you know, and now what's going to be original? Why? I don't know. But I do know that this idea is not strange to Spielberg, because at first, on the Crystal Skull, they wanted his son to actually be a daughter. But at the end, it ended up being a son. Now, there's also no rumors of Shia coming back to reprise his role as the son of Indiana Jones, mostly because I don't think he would pull off a new Indiana Jones. And I think that the right way to go about the story would be that the new Indiana Jones would be Indy's son. That would make more sense. However, obviously, we have no idea with Kasdan on board, what could he be, you know, what are they actually planning with this? So it's obviously with time we will have more details for sure. Now, we all know that Solo underperformed, and you know, a lot of it could have been with the backlash of The Last Jedi. It could also have been the fact that people did not want to see another person being Han Solo rather than Harrison Ford. But anyways, Indiana Jones is a very iconic role and it's very much linked to Harrison Ford. However, the fact that Harrison Ford will be on board, him passing on the torch, if they don't misrepresent the character, because that's my only worry, okay? I want them to stay true to the character, but having Harrison Ford on board, passing on the torch, might be something that works. The original writer for Indiana Jones 5 was the same guy that wrote the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which it was the film that, you know, it was not really that successful. It's not really a great, it's definitely the worst in comparison to all the other original films. So, but still, this was the man that was in charge of writing the script for Indy 5. However, now he seems to be no longer on board, and we still don't know exactly what happened. But let's see what else they're saying here. This past March, Spielberg announced plans to start production on Indy 5 in the UK in April 2019, as the tentpole is slated to hit theaters in July 10, 2020. The previous 4 films in Indiana Jones series have collectively grossed nearly $2 billion worldwide. And after the mixed response to Crystal Skull, Spielberg is pulling out all these stops to send Ford's Indy off on a high note. Hopefully that's what they're gonna do. Now obviously I really don't want to go there to see them killing him off, because I really think that's unnecessary, okay? Now I really would rather have Indy retire than actually be killed off. So I don't know what Kasdan has in mind over here, and obviously he's a younger writer and not as experienced as his father, so that begs the question. Let's see what else. And that's the thing, we don't know the nature of Kasdan's gig. Okay, so actually they don't know yet. So there are a few things we want to get straight. We aren't sure if he's rewriting David's existing script or merely doing a 2-week polish, or if he's starting completely from scratch. Now, there is another article out on Variety, and this was also posted today, saying that Indiana Jones 5 was actually postponed. The release date was supposed to be 2020, but it's actually not. It's being postponed now. It could be with the fact that there's a new writer on board. So I don't know. Are they really rewriting the whole script? You know, not sure. But let's see what else they're saying here. We also don't know if Kasdan is writing the script with a partner, perhaps his father. It would be wise, I believe, to bring Lawrence Kasdan. He's more experienced, you know, with whom he wrote Solo and who counts Raiders of the Lost Ark among his many credits. So yeah, Kasdan also, the dad, you know, Lawrence Kasdan is also the writer for Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is an incredible film. We also don't know who David left the project or when Kasdan was hired, be it before or after Solo opened below expectations. So it's possible that he has been working on Indy 5 for some time now. So that's very interesting. So it seems like Collider has very little information. All they know right now is that Kasdan is on board writing the script, but we still don't know if he is working as a co-writer, or if he's actually, if they're really rewriting the whole thing from scratch. But it's kind of weird that the release date is actually postponed. So I don't know. I just think that, you know, I just hope for the best. I really didn't think that Solo was the best film. In my opinion, it was a little bit boring. It was also not really about Solo. So I hope that, obviously I like to be positive, especially when it comes to a beloved character like it is Indiana Jones. I just hope that they don't mess it up, because seriously, if they mess up Indiana Jones, you know, it's definitely gonna break my heart, but hopefully that's not gonna happen. But anyways, guys, this is the news regarding Indiana Jones 5. Are you a fan of Indiana Jones? What do you think about Jonathan Kasdan, the writer of Solo, a Star Wars story, being on board now? What is your opinion? Do you think they're gonna mess up Indiana Jones? drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. And also, some people have been asking me if I'm on Patreon. Yes, I am. The link is right below. You feel free to support the channel if you'd like. Also, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time. Bye.